A guide for beginners to cook Chinese meals at home. A beginner's guide to Chinese cookery. All about the ingredients, gear and methods you want to begin cooking Chinese meals at home. Introduction. When I first ate Chinese meals in the UK in the 1970s, it used to be honestly pretty unappealing. Everything got here in a gloopy sauce and regarded to style the same, due to the overuse of monosodium glutamate, supposedly a flavor enhancer. However, in reality, nothing of the kind. Then in the 80s a new breed of Chinese restaurant arrived. At least it took that lengthy to attain the provinces, which furnished lighter, tastier Chinese cooking, demonstrating regional differences. There was once one drawback, however, which was once that this new kind of restaurant used to be a good deal greater highly priced than the authentic low-cost and tasteless ones. Consequently, I idea how first class it would be to cook dinner Chinese meals at domestic. However, I had no thought the place to begin till BBC TV got here to my rescue in the structure of Ken Hom, the USA-born chef of Cantonese parents. Ken introduced Chinese delicacies in such an easily understandable way, demonstrating methods and suggesting choice elements. Must the originals now not be handy in your nearby supermarket? The e-book which accompanied the series, Ken Hom's Chinese Cookery, grew to become my Bible, and I nevertheless have my copy, pages stained with oil drips and smears of sauce. To assist you on your way to cooking Chinese meals at home, I'm going to temporarily describe the fundamental equipment, elements and strategies which you want to comprehend so that you can produce some easy and tasty dishes. I hope you revel in the article and that it conjures up you to get cooking. Equipment. Although there are many implements and portions of tools you can buy, to begin on the street to cooking your very own Chinese food, you truly solely want a true knife or two and a wok. Woks come in all shapes and sizes. They can be non-stick, flat-bottomed, they can even be electric-powered these days. However, I nonetheless opt for my ancient carbon metal wok with its rounded backside and one timber handle. This is a power wok. These are without difficulty handy in Chinese supermarkets and are an awful lot much less high-priced than different varieties. There is one necessary challenge though. Earlier than you will be geared up to prepare dinner with such a wok, and that is to season it. You will want to scrub it with a cream cleaner to dispose of any residues of computer oil and dry it carefully. Put the wok on the hob over a low heat. Rub the internal of the wok with 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. The use of kitchen towel. Let the wok warm slowly for 10 to 15 minutes, then wipe the interior with greater kitchen towel. The paper will come away black. Carry on coating, heating and cleansing off till the kitchen towel comes away clean. Your wok is now prepared to use. After use, wash solely in water except detergent and dry entirely over a low heat. You might also additionally observe a little oil if you wish. This need to forestall the wok from rusting. However, if it does improve rust, simply scrub and season again. As properly as the wok, you will want a wok stand, especially if you have an electric-powered hob. This continues the wok secure if you are the usage of it for braising or deep frying. You will additionally want something to stir with. Any spatula, slice or slotted spoon will do, metallic for a metallic wok and plastic or timber for a non-stick wok. Ingredients. Before you rush out and purchase up the entire Chinese part at the supermarket, endure in thought that some components don't maintain nicely if left unused. Just choose something easy from your chosen cookery e-book and purchase the matters that you want for that. Then you can make bigger your choice as you development through special dishes. Some frequent store-cupboard substances that you will nearly actually want: a darkish and mild soy sauce, some type of cooking oil and sesame oil, corn flour and rice wine or sherry. For greater information, see my article Chinese Cooking, Ingredients and Equipment. Techniques. Stir frying. The most properly recognized Chinese cooking method is stir frying. This is the place your wok comes into its personal, as its form and measurement, at least 14 inches diameter with deep sides, is best for speedy cooking. The secret to profitable stir frying is to have all your components geared up in advance. Meat must be reduced in accordance to the recipe, however commonly in skinny strips. Vegetables likewise, however, in any match need to be of comparable shapes and sizes to make certain even cooking. Long skinny veggies such as spring onions, carrots or asparagus are frequently reduced on the diagonal so that extra floor location is uncovered for faster cooking. Measure out sauce components. Test the recipe. If they are all brought to the dish at the equal time, you can put them all in one small bowl. If corn flour is included, don't forget about to provide it a desirable stir earlier than including to the different food. Once you have the whole lot prepared, warm your wok till it is very warm, then add oil and the use of your chosen stirring put in force. Make certain that the oil is evenly allotted over the floor of the wok. Before you add your ingredients, the wok must be so warm that it is nearly smoking. This will forestall the meals from being greasy. The exception to this is if you are flavoring your oil with garlic, chili, spring onions, ginger or salt. These will burn if the oil is too hot. Now add your different components in the order mentioned in the recipe and toss them over the floor of the wok, making sure that nothing rests in one area for too lengthy and transferring the meals from the center of the wok to the sides. I endorse that you put on an apron or different shielding garb for this operation, as the meals frequently spits due to the excessive temperature it is cooked at. Deep frying. You can use your wok for deep frying, however be very cautious that it is safely balanced on its stand. Under no occasions depart it unattended. Deep frying in a wok makes use of much less oil than a deep fryer or saucepan, however you might also discover these safer and simpler to use. When deep frying, make certain that the oil is warm ample earlier than including elements, or the meals will give up very greasy. Test it via shedding in a small piece of organized meals or a dice of bread. If the oil bubbles up round what you dropped in, then it's warm enough. Make certain that meals to be deep fried is dried utterly on kitchen paper or drained of its marinade earlier than cooking. In any other case it will spit. Shallow frying. This is the equal as the Western technique. Fry meals on one side, then the different, and drain off any extra oil earlier than including sauce ingredients. An ordinary frying pan is best for this. Steaming. Steaming is extensively used in Chinese cookery. You can use a bamboo steamer in a wok, a heat-proof plate positioned on a rack in a wok or different massive pan, or you can use an ordinary European steamer. If the use of a bamboo steamer or plate in a wok, convey about 2 inches of water to a simmer. Put your rack into the wok. If the bamboo steamer is large, adequate, and will take a seat on the aspects of the wok besides being in the water, you don't want a rack and stability your plate or steamer of meals on it. Put the lid on your steamer or wok and test sometimes to see if the water desires topping up. Use water which is already hot. Whichever approach you use, make certain that the meals is above the water stage and isn't getting wet. Braising. As with Western cooking, braising is used for more difficult cuts of meat and includes mild cooking of meat and or veggies in flavored stock. Red braising is the approach. The place meals is braised in a darkish liquid such as soy sauce, which offers the meals a red-brown color. This kind of braising sauce can be frozen and reused.